Much better looking title. And since I only call it the project, there's no sense in me calling it the cosplay and like changing up everything. That since we had a good thing going. All right, so where's the that's not what I'm looking for though. Where's the screwdriver at? Not in this one. So it's probably in here. No, it's not. Let me make sure I got everything set up. Chat filter, all messages, everything should be I should be able to read everything. Let's see. Where'd I put that screwdriver? That's the important part. Ain't no way I misplaced the screwdriver. I just had it. Hello, Rainstorm. How's it going? Hopefully you're having a good day. Welcome to the stream. Where did I put that screwdriver? That's kind of a necessary part of the project. I need that screwdriver. Oh, there it is. It was buried under more electric parts. We're all good. False alarm. And there's the tape. Got my wires, my plasma lighter, or arc lighter, whatever the heck it's called. Alright. How's it going? Take this off. Fix my hair real quick. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. And I'm happy to hear that you're doing good. I'm gonna be trying to get this little Google Home Mini that I almost fried yesterday to work. This is what it looks like. This is the little insides of the thing. Yeah, this is gonna be my fun little challenge of the day. And I do want to install it into like the little the cosplay, you know? The issue is he shorts himself out. And it's like, I don't know why yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. Well, if I back this up, you can now see it better. All right, angle it downward. Yeah, you can see what I'm working on here. If I move it back further, you can see it better, but I don't like camera perspectives. They're annoying. But yeah, so we have it right here. I'll move it to the side. Yeah, it's a small little guy. And currently, it's fried. Well, it was fried yesterday when I was working on it. So maybe it's not now. Maybe it's not really fried. It has issues where if it tries to use its own speaker, it pops itself out and crashes. All right, come on. Come on. And it takes forever to boot up. You subbed. Thank you, Juice. How's it going? Hopefully having a good day. Welcome to the project. See, because I want to have like a little personal voice assistant in the helmet, kind of like a cheap Temu Jarvis, if you will. And I just think it'd be cool. Also, happy to hear that you're doing good. And we got a new speaker. Hold on. This cord goes here. I really need to like build a little frame for these cords to sit in. Hold on. Crank the volume up on this. Google, please don't kill yourself. Please don't. You're very important and I need it to work. All right. Okay. Hey Google. Hey Google.
Your Google Home isn't set up yet. To get started,
it didn't crash itself. Never mind. It crashed itself. We had it working for 2 seconds. I'm thinking that like it shorts itself out somewhere. And I don't know where yet. So that's what bothers me. So hey Google.
Your Google Home isn't set up yet.
Okay.
Download the Google Home app.
Can you shut your face? All right, cool. Yesterday, this thing wasn't working the slightest, and I got all cut up on my fingers and stuff working on it. So, you guys got no idea how happy I am that this thing's suddenly working. Also, let's see if I can get this working. Hello, ladies and gents. I also got this finally wired in, a new speaker, a much louder one. I think it sounds better. Mark, can I make you an Amazon Echo? That's an insane sentence. That is an insane sentence that um I'm sorry, buddy. I'm not sponsored by companies like that. I mean, I probably can make that, but I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want that. I don't know if I want to be associated with the creation of something like that. Like, gonna be honest, I don't know if I want to build that. Like, uh, I was just gonna get an Amazon Echo. Name the price. I don't know how much an Amazon Echo costs. Yeah, literally. Goodness. Look, about to have me over here hitting that. Oh, great heavens! Oh my goodness. Did you have to, like, if I were to build something like that, you'd have to be signing a waiver, buddy. Because there's a running joke with my creations. They either explode or they work, and it's a 50-50 every time you turn the thing on. So I don't know. Goodness. That, you know what? Interesting stream already today. Interesting stream. Now, with this. What? You know, I can't read like, you know, the with the M's without imagining Homer Simpson going, waffles. You guys know what I'm talking about? When he makes like that moon waffle or whatever? Alright, I'm gonna run a test again because I want to make sure this isn't a fluke. Hey Google.
Your Google Home isn't set up yet. To get started, download the Google
You know, if I touch this thing or move it at all, it's gonna like probably die. I didn't think this through. I got this big old thing. Like this hockey puck. That I need to install into this. What if we like make an attachment? Gambling every time you get creative. Yes. It's either it's going to work or it's going to kill me. Those are the two options we have here. Do we live or do we die? Only chance will tell. Listen, buddy. We have wiring shenanigans for a speaker. The speaker that's in this thing is from an antique radio. Don't the little buddy. Do not. Exactly. Do not him. Now. Here's my dilemma, guys. Alright? Let me go grab my my markers and stuff that I use. Okay, we got one of the markers. We need the not markers, I got the notebook. Where's my markers? Can I use this? No, that's a pen. No. What is this? Is this a brush? What is this? 0.8? 0.8 work? Good enough. Alright. Now, with this being said, there are two paths that we can go about for this little Google Home Mini guy, right? The speaker sounds cool. I'm happy it sounds cool. I got a really bad chat delay, by the way. So if you comment something and I don't respond until like a minute later, that's why. Like, I probably did not see it because it doesn't move until like 30 seconds, which is really good for being a streamer, you know? So most of the time I just ramble on to myself until I see a comment and then I talk about that. Goodness. Now, do we want to disassemble the little guy and then mount the circuit boards and stuff to the sides and like to the inside? Or do we want to make it into like a little attachment where like we can just attach him to the side? And because like I did want most of the stuff on here to be like interchangeable, you know, like different like upgrades that we can put on different spots. Hello, Dane. I am doing good. You know why? Because the Google's not fried right now. Hey Google.
Your Google Home isn't set up yet. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good. Hope everybody who's joined is doing amazing. yeah, I do want to install it into the project, but I don't know where. Because it's like, we have all this nice, it looks nice right now. I really like the look of this. The only issue is, if I want to install this, I can either bolt it to the side and drill holes in my beautiful little thing, or I could make it where I only have to drill like 2 holes and he just mounts to the side, you know? But it's also like, which one will be more visually appealing and also protect the electronic? Oh, I got a notification. What did I get a notification for? No, I'm not reading Webtoon at the moment. I'm live streaming. Leave me alone, Webtoon. I thought I turned off notifications for that anyway. Why am I being notified? The Google lives, exactly. You know, eventually I do want to replace the Google Home Mini that's going to be in this project with a, like, I think it's Amazon Echo that will be, like, recoded. I want to learn coding for it, and I want to have a, like, redneck sounding voice assistant named Chuck, who would be attached to the side, and Chuck would also have his own little body. I'd make 2 different versions of Chuck, but this would be like the little budget Jarvis, if you will. Because I don't know, I think it'd just be funny to have a budget Jarvis. Where it's like, hey Chuck, and like I don't know, it'd just be fun, right? But until then, this is just we just have Google. We don't have the luxury of having Chuck yet. So, we got all these funny little parts, you know? These look bad, realistically. I don't like the way these look. Yeah, do we want... It's also like, if I touch and move this, will this thing just die horribly? I'm scared. I don't want to move it, but I know I have to move it. This is my dilemma. If I move this, it might go back to the way it was yesterday, but if I don't move it, I won't have... It'll just be a hockey puck, like, glued to the side of the cosplay, and that's not worth watching. So, we ball? Question mark? Oh, yep, it's doing the thing. Okay, sorry. Hey, Google.
Your Google Home
okay.
Isn't set up yet. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or
Chuck sounds adorable. Yeah, he does. I love the idea of and like for like live streams in the future when I get a PC and all that, I want to have Chuck set up to the chat so he says what you guys are typing in the chat. I know there's like a way for people to do like AI things and stuff like that, but I don't want Chuck to be an AI. I want Chuck to just be a silly little like program coded with sarcasm and charm. Because like I could always do the route of most other streamers with like little robot assistants where they just use ChatGPT, and it's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but like, I don't know. I just don't like the idea of doing that. That just doesn't sound as unique. And if I'm making my own little assistant, I want Chuck to be as unique as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to look at Chuck and be like, yep, that's all me, you know? Rather than, oh, yeah, I just plugged it into like a little computer and there's like, you know, just ChatGPT doing stuff, and it's just like, I don't want that. I want success when I work on something. I want a feeling of accomplishment. And that's why I use scraps whenever I work on these projects. So like this right here, this is the speaker, by the way, that the Google Home Mini uses. And it's nice and all. But like, look at it. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's a hockey puck. And when we have such interesting standards, yeah, the sarcasm, yes, that's the thing, because it's like, why would I want something that knows everything? Like, I don't want, if I'm making a little, like, I guess, mock AI or, like, really old, I guess I want to be, like, kind of like the old sci-fi AIs where it's like, hey, tell me this, and it's like, well, fine, figure it out yourself. Like, if it doesn't know, I want my little robot dude to have sarcasm. I want it to feel more alive, and if I do give it a little body, it's not going to be like, oh, yeah, it's in this little box. No, I have animatronic eyes and a mouth under my bed that I want to use for him to, like, talk and stuff. I want him to be expressive, and I want it to feel more like a creature like a mechanical creature than, just a default robot that we see in modern day. Like, I don't know. I don't want no iRobot horror show. I want a silly little guy that people can get attached to, enjoy talking to, and just enjoy having around. I just realized I'm basically just gonna be trying to build a friend. Just build a little friend for everybody. And that's okay. We can do that. But first, I need to look at what I'm working with here. So let me flip another page for rules for Chuck. Rules for Chuck. No chat GPT. Has to have sarcasm. Can't know everything. I want Chuck to learn. Instead of I don't know. I want Chuck to be able to I can tell Chuck if it learned something to label that as file 1 or label the file as that, and then I can just be like, hey Chuck, tell me about insert file name here, right? Instead of Chuck just being connected to the internet, knowing every single little thing. I don't want Chuck to be able to tell me the weather outside of my house. I want Chuck to just I want Chuck to only know what we tell him and what we program into him. There we go. I feel like those are decent rules for Chuck. I personally do. But what do I know? I'm probably biting off more than I can chew, and since I don't have an Amazon Echo or anything like that yet, I think I'm fine. That being said, though, today is the day that we build this thing. I need to figure out where the mic is on... Not gonna lie. Real, it's okay. I mean, think about it. Chuck, we don't need another miniature chat GPT or another soulless Google thing where it's hello, I know everything about you, anything you can ask me. That just seems unfun. I want this little dude to have a personality. It may not be a real personality. It may not be a human personality where it can grow and change. And that's okay. Sometimes Chuck just needs to be Chuck. Because I feel like people... We do things as humans where it's oh yeah, we can make it more and more advanced, but we really and truly lose a lot of things when we make things more advanced as well. And it's yeah, it's cutting edge, but a perfect example of this is if you see these millionaire companies, why are they going out of their way to give these robots freaking rubber skin and make them have human faces? That just seems so counterproductive. And it's oh yes, the design is more human, therefore relatable. No, it's not! You're making iRobot things, buddy. And it looks horrible. I'm sorry. No. You could just have a funny little box with an LED face that talks to you and stuff. Have they... I feel like they've not watched any sci-fi game ever. Or played anything Nobody wants a fully human-looking robot. And if they do, they're bugging because, what's it called? The Uncanny Valley effect? Why are they going out of their way to make Uncanny Valley-looking machines, dude? There's a reason we have that, where we don't like things that don't look quite human. But they're trying to look human. It just feels wrong. They're freaky looking, dude. Abolish building humanoid robots. Build silly little guys instead. We got people spending their time building Terminators when they could be building R2-D2 and stuff like that. These people do not have their priorities straight. Alright. So, do we attach him to... No, yeah, we do. We do attach him. I always end up rethinking my ideas as I'm doing them. And it results in a lot of my streams having no direction. But I have dedication today. You know that Minecraft achievement series dedication? Yeah, that's me. I got the, like, what was it, like the netherite hoe? Or something? Yeah. Yeah, this thing cut me open the other day. Hold on. Can like... Come on. I can't breathe that in. Good. Hold on. I need air move it. Woo! And this is why you don't breathe in burning fabric. Oh god, it's still there. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Where's that? We're just gonna... Okay. Anyway, after solving that issue, I got rid of the smell of horrible burning plastic with the smell of horrible, like, off-brand Febreze instead. It was not an improvement. In fact, I think I made it worse. Okay. Now, which part on here is the microphone? Because we figure out which one's the microphone, we're golden. But, like, which part's the mic? Okay, we got that. And I know the mic's on here because it's not in the speaker. Yeah. Also, if you guys are enjoying your time here, consider liking, consider, vibing, talking with the viewers. We like having a good time here. We like vibing, we like talking. Hold on. One of these is a mic, but I just haven't figured out which one yet. One of these little dots on here. That's problematic, actually. I need to know which one the mic is. Okay. Ow. I'm gonna try this. Alright. We gotta hope that the floor is not conductive, because if the floor is conductive, it'll short it out. Don't be conductive, floor. What is this for? It's a good question. I have no idea what this is for. These LEDs are bright. What parts do I have laying around that I can use? Hey, Google! Oh, it's still booting up. There we go. Yeah? Hey, Google! Hey, Google!
Your Google Home isn't set up yet. To get started, download the Google Home app
Yeah?
on your phone or tablet.
But, like, do I have to yell that loud of, hey, Google, for you to work?
Google Home isn't set up yet. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
Yeah? That's cool. I don't like how loud I have to be for it to work. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big fan of that. But also, do you think I can use this inside of the Google Home? It's either the best idea I've ever had or the worst idea I've ever had. Which one do you guys think it is? We got this giant speaker. I'm gonna try it. Now, Google is either gonna hate me or it's gonna love me. We have two options for that. Ow. I'm getting stabbed. Ow. I have to unbend the. Ow, it's stabbing. Ow, it's stop stabbing me. I need gloves. I need gloves to wear on these live streams when I'm working with this stuff. Ow. Everything's okay, right? Okay, good, we go. Yeah, no, we can't do that. Never mind. I just tried that. I just thought I could. And I realized that if I rotate this, all the parts that are on the front will be touching the same surface. And they will short themselves out. I didn't think that through. I don't think we get to have the really big speaker. Yeah, choose wisely. Yeah, because if I don't choose wisely, this thing just, I don't want to fry it because it probably the most expensive thing in the project that I've done so far is this, because a Google Home Mini is like $20 or something like that. Everything else in here was cheaper than that. This was free. Most of the parts were free. I got the radio parts for like the chest plate and stuff for $1. So like the most expensive thing here is this Google Home Mini. So yeah. Ow. Alrighty. Oh wait, y'all. Do you think we could put the Google Home Mini's electronics inside of the skull? I just thought about that. Do you think we can make him bad to the bone? Hold on. I need to see how much room I have inside of this thing, because if I can, this is going to be hilarious. Oh, chosen silver skull of doom and despair, tell me your secrets. Hold on. We're going to put it into the skull, and then we can just like have this mystical skull that we can attach to the side. These are bad ideas. I don't know why you guys let me do these. Well, it's not actually metal. It's chrome plated plastic, but it looks just enough like metal for this to like be kind of cool. It's like chrome coated. So we're going to be putting him in the mystical skull. Alright. See, because my grandfather gave me this skull, and I've had no idea what to do with it for the longest. Alright. Yeah, this is the inside of the skull. Now, the Google Home Mini's electronics are about... Oh my goodness. Hold on. The Google Home Mini's electronics fit in the head. Y'all, I might have a really stupid idea. Oh my goodness. Oh, mystical skull, what is your wisdom? Hold on. We'll need to plug this in. Come on. Wait, the skull kind of like lights up in the eyes a little bit. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, so we're putting our Google Home Minis electronics that are going that we're going to have slotting onto this. We're going to try and put it inside of a metallic skull. We can name him something stupid. Since this one's just Google, but like, you know, it actually kind of looks like a Terminator. Like when you think about it, because the Terminators were just like metal skeleton dudes, right? Let's see when it boots up fully. I like the eyes. I don't know if you guys can see them, but it's kind of like, hey Google.
Your Google Home isn't set up yet. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
The skull shall be named Google. Yeah, we're just gonna call him Google. Maybe I'm like, maybe for like a joke, we could smack some googly eyes on him. You said that too early? It's fine. All right. Now, since we know it works, we got to take this apart for a second to figure out where we're going to attach everything. Because, like, this is basically the brain, where the lights are, is this disc. This disc has 4 LED lights that are on here. You guys can't really see them. And this is where the eyes are. These two little, you see those 2 big spots right there? These are eyes where, like, the lights can shine through. I'm thinking if we can figure out how to mount it, like, right there, like, kind of like it is its brain, without shorting this thing out, obviously, then we can build up everything else around him. Like, maybe we could have, like, the plug-in spot at the bottom of his jaw or something. Like, mount that there. And then the speaker can be mounted, like, let's say the speaker can be a wire that comes off the side or something like that. We are making the mystical Google skull idol. My ancient tribal weapon, if you will. This is so dumb. But it's kind of funny, so I want to do it. We have wood. Should we use the wood? I don't know if we should use the wood. That's probably a fire hazard if we use the wood. Can we use them? Nah, because the way the wood attaches, it goes through. So, I don't think we can use the wood. It's very sad. But let me plug this in just to run another test. See, a lot of these projects are all about testing and running more tests. But we're turning Google into a skull that kind of just slots onto the side. Like a... See, like, look. You see the eye? It's like if I go... See, I like the eyes lighting up. He looks evil. And whenever it turns on, it could just be, like, really evil. So we're going to do that. I like the idea of doing that. So, and since it's my channel, that's what we're doing. We're making the mystical skull idol of doom. The skull of wisdom. Oh, great skull of wisdom. What wisdom may you impart upon us of our mortal selves? So if I mount it this way, if I ever need to, I can also increase and decrease the volume. Because like that's like right there. And that's where we need to be. So yeah. And then we can just like attach the speaker to like the side or something. And then have the back slot down. I like that idea. So we're gonna like start drawing it. We're gonna name him Skull of Wisdom. Skull of Wisdom. And Doom. Trademark. TM. There we go. Ancient Skull of Wisdom, what wisdom can you impart upon us of our mortal selves? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and grind away at his chin. So there is a line where this can kind of go through it. Because what I don't want to have end up happening is this thing getting like crushed or something. So I'm thinking, hold on, is there actually a spot for me to put this? No, there's not, unless I use super glue. And me and super glue don't have the best history. Me and super glue have beef. Actually, it just took 2 or 3 tries, but I don't know if super glue shorts out electronics, which is my issue here. So it's either way we're gonna have to be carving into this bottom section of the chin right here to like have anything to work with. We're gonna burn more plastic today. I regret my decision entirely. That smells horrible. We're shaving at plastic instead. Where's the blade? There's my blade, my trusty blade. My blade. Have you seen that Dungeon Soup YouTube video where it's like the guy's talking about his blade? He's like, it was forged by 6 dwarves with autism, so you know it's good. Is that metal? Alright, so I've made a grave and continuous lapse in my judgment. This might be metal. We might just be carving really weak metal. Or plastic. What is this? What are you? Ow. This hurts. Ah! Okay, we're fine. I'm scared of this thing. This thing scares me. It's evil. The evil skull of doom and wisdom is evil. Who would have thought? Okay. Maybe we figure out how to mount the first part of it. Yeah? Like, if we can mount the face in place, then we can work with everything else along the way. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. We can either use the super glue or we can use something else, but I think super glue is probably our best bet for now. Just because of everything. And like, we can't really push this thing together because if we do, it'll like crush it. So this is about as tight as it can get it. Do I have any more parts that I can use for the Skull of Wisdom? Oh, great Skull of Wisdom, impart upon us knowledge. Do I have more spare parts that I can use? That's the knowledge I must know. He's evil. Yes, it's the most terrifying twist of all. He's devilish. Hold on. Nah. It's supposed to be the skull of wisdom and evil, not the skull and cylinder. I might have to carve out the back of this thing. This right here. But I don't want to. But if I must, I will. Wait, but the only spot where the screws actually go through. So many dilemmas. I mean, I could have it connected like the cheeks, you know, like down here at his bottom cheeks on his face. Like his chin, I guess. His chin. I could drill some holes through and maybe find some screws that will fit in there. But I don't know. There's a risk of it cracking them open. This is problematic. It's problematic. How do we turn him into the skull of wisdom and doom? How does one construct a skull of wisdom and doom? Step 1. Because I like this. I like this a lot. It just feels cool, you know? Like, see, and with that, he sticks up, and if you push down on the skull, it breaks him. So, Oh, this is anxiety inducing. Okay. All right. So I've drawn a circle into the wood. Can't see it, but I have. And the reason why I've drawn this circle is so. I think I need a bigger circle. Hold on. There you go. All right. I've drawn a larger circle into the wood. And I'm thinking I could use my wood carving tools to like slowly scrape away and make a dent in it. Or I could try and use the screwdriver. That was a hope. I mean, kinda. Really and truly, it kind of just makes the wood more dense, actually. And now, like, yeah, that spot's stronger, but also there are cracks running through this. Because it is pressboard. I think this might just be a we ball moment, and we just go about it however we think to. Like this is steel. These are steel. Really weak steel, low grade steel, but still steel. Nah, these are too tall. Personally, I think they are. I don't know. Maybe we save the Skull of Evil for another project, and we just try and mount this guy to this normally. We do the lame option for today. We just mount the parts and see if it works. I think that's what I'm going to have to do today. So, screw these screws in. There we go. Let's see. I'm going through all my screws at the moment. There we go. Alrighty, I got 4 screws. Let's see. These don't even fit through that hole, do they? And they fit through that one. And through this one. So that is good enough. Alright. Let's look on the inside. Let's see what I have to work with here. See, I should wait for my grandfather, now that I think about it. I think I will. And I'll just be in the live stream as the like in character for now, I guess, while I work on this. Because might as well be fun. I've been working on this thing for so long that I've not tried anything like messing around with it. So I'm gonna do that. Alrighty, then. Okay. Setting everything up. And boom, we should be working. Alright, we are. Let me slide everything a little bit closer. Ouch. Dang it. Alright. Got this working, got this working. Everything should be working. And for now, we're just going to vibe like this, you know? Like, just have some small talk to the chat, because I'm bored. And I don't know, this just feels more fun. I like the idea of just talking to people like this, with my bit of a chat delay. Wow, there's better visibility. I can draw, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and draw up the idea for when I put it. Yep, I put my marker. I need my marker for this. Alright, I got the marker. While we wait, I'm going to be sketching out the mounting spots for the voice assistant that I'm putting in. The little Google Home Mini. Let's see. So, it's about yay big, right here. It has these 2 little dots that stick up off of it. It has this, and this comes off into a larger speaker right here. Then it has a little thing that comes off like that, and this is where the plug goes in. That goes into this box right here. Where'd my head go? Oh, I'm just wearing this thing. I built it. Hi, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I'm Bexley. I have a bit of a chat delay, so if I don't respond immediately, it's because I can't read what you're saying. I look sick? Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. I do intend to eventually put in LED screens. I'm going to have to get my hands on some LED screens and some knowledge of like circuitry and stuff like that. Or I could just get an old tablet, disassemble that, set it up. hook up. Hold on. I can get an old like tablet or something like that from like Walmart, like a cheap one. Figure out how to make an app for it. Make an app and then put the LED face onto the app like with the speaker and stuff. I feel like that would also be another way that I could go about it. Yeah, it's me, Mr. Antenna. How's it going? It's me, guys. It's me. It's me, the famous Mr. Antenna. Hey, welcome to the stream, by the way. Hopefully you're having a good day. You know, I'm actually wearing this thing right now because I do need to, like, work out my neck muscles because this thing weighs, like, 15 pounds. This thing's heavy. And if I'm going to be wearing this for, like, live streams, I got to get my practice in. Is it TV time? Yes, it is TV time. It's TV time. I'm going to take this off so I can actually read the chat a little bit better because I forgot to turn up my screen brightness, which is like necessary when I'm viewing everything from behind the felt. Allow me to plug in my phone so I can turn my brightness. Hi, Mr. Hope you're doing well. There we go. Readjust. Hey, listen. I don't have those fancy screens. This entire project's made with scrap because that's what we do here. I write down the ideas that the viewers submit and I try my best to build them. For this one though, this is a little Google Home Minis like electronics. Please put it back on so you can take a. Yeah, sure. I can put it back on. Is this good? Hopefully it's good. I hope you enjoy your time here. Let me know when you got the screen shot. You want me to do like a cool pose where I'm like putting up thumbs? Does that work for you? Want me to pull this back? How's that? I'll hold this pose for a little bit, and then I'll put it down because I do have a chat delay. Do a screen point like that. There you go. I think this works. All right, I'm gonna hold this for like a couple more seconds, and I'm gonna put it back down. That way, there you go. Try to make a meme. All right then. Do like I guess I need to figure out how people do those like community things where like I can see what the viewers like submit. I need to learn how to do that, but I think that's like probably locked by a certain amount of subscribers or something like that, like a certain milestone. But when I get my hands on that, I do want to see that. You're gonna make me into tenna? Thank you, thank you. Good man right there. I'll be popping my neck. If you excuse me, I do want to check on my grandmother real quick because she does have pneumonia and I want to make sure she's doing okay. So, second, I will be right back. I will be right back. Don't worry. I just gotta check on my. I want to make sure she's doing all right. She's probably in bed, but if she is out of bed, I want to see if she needs anything. One sec, y'all. Oop. Hey, she's still in bed. She's sleeping. She's all good. Yep. I'm putting it back on now. I know what people came here for. Fix my hair once again before I put this thing back on. Question: should I install like LEDs inside of it? I have LED like lighting strips and stuff. I want to know. Should I like get some lights going around the edge of the screen or something? Because I think that'd be kind of neat. Yep. Here we go. I'm going to put this back on. It should all be working. Yep, it's working. Alrighty. Yeah, like over here, like, yeah, there we go. I need to add some weight into the back of this thing. So like when I put on the chest plate, it doesn't fall forward like this. See, definitely need some weight or like something, or like maybe a shorter strap over here. Because I don't want it falling like it has been so far. There are some little kinks and stuff to work out in it, but it's going to be continued. I'm going to continue upgrading it. That's why we do these things. That's why we do these streams. We're here to have a good time and talk to the viewers. As this character I made named Andy. Pop my neck. Man, you know, actually, I really enjoy doing these streams. These are really fun. Well, it's like a heaven's light over here. The stream's probably still called adding Google into the thing. I could change the name of the stream now. But I don't know. I might just continue it. What do you guys think? Should I change the name of the stream? Like, should I like change, like, in the stream and start up another one? What your opinion on it with this 13-second, or like 30-second chat delay? Personally, I think it'd be pretty nice. Get some more action going on with it. Yep. Let me take this. No, I don't really need to take it off because I can read this. I can read the chat. We could just keep this going though. I think I will. I won't. I don't know. I'm indecisive. You know, I never even thought about this looking like Aunt Tina from what was it? Deltarune, the newest one of the newest chapters. Because I don't really play video games, so I wouldn't have even thought of that. So I hope that meme edit you did is cool. I really look forward to seeing it. Pop my neck. Pop my neck again. Alright, we're going to be lifting this off, and I'm going to change the name of the stream because the stream name is definitely not doing numbers today. Or maybe it is. I don't know. I can't tell. Ah, my neck. Oh, that thing's heavy. It weighs a ton. I'm really and truly just pondering right now. Because I could end the stream and rename it because YouTube doesn't let me rename live streams when I'm doing them for some reason. Which is dumb. I don't think it does. I'm going to try real quick. I'm going to mess with some settings. Come on. YouTube. It doesn't let me. Menu moderation? Does that work? No. No. Don't think it does. All right, I'm gonna make a new stream. I'm making a new stream, and we're gonna rename it. That way, it's not like, you know, saying one thing when we're not doing that thing.